What's going on, 5-9 Gaming crew? Lethal One up here, and guys, welcome back to a 5-9 Gaming weekly wrap, where we take some of the gaming news from last week. We talk about it right here, right now. Now, mind you, there was a lot of announcements, a lot of news that dropped last week, some of which we covered in videos already, but the rest, I'm going to try to cover at least some of it in this video right here, right now. Guys, we have 4 pieces of news to share with you right now. So here we go. Let's jump into the very first one. 14 minutes of new gameplay for Horizon Forbidden West, a state of play announcement from PlayStation. I'm going to go ahead and cover a lot of the points from the actual PlayStation blog itself. So starting with this, Horizon Forbidden West continues 6 months after the events of Horizon Zero Dawn. Aloy, a machine hunter, has traveled west to investigate a mysterious and deadly blight. In these uncharted lands, she will meet strange new tribes and encounter ever more deadly machines. Together with old friends and new companions, she must brave this dangerous frontier to find the answer she needs to save life on Earth. Now, in the state of play gameplay footage, Aloy has sent her loyal friend Aaron into the remains of San Francisco to recover an important artifact, but he quickly runs into trouble, encountering a rebel faction of the Tanakh tribe, which are vicious fighters who somehow acquire the powers and abilities to override machines. Now, Aloy must cross the ruins and fight multiple enemies to rescue her friend and continue her journey. Now, Aloy will have some new tools to help her on the way. The Polecaster, which she gets, it speeds up climbing and getting her quickly out of trouble. The Shield Wing allows her to safely descend from great heights or surprise enemies from above. And with the Diving Mask, a whole new underwater world is open for exploration. Not to mention big upgrades to her focus, which she can use now to show her areas for free climbing and gives her the ability to override more machines for mounts in combat. Now, speaking of combat, Horizon Forbidden West puts the emphasis on tactics by giving the choice to players for a huge variety of weapons. Aloy's Spear is good for close combat and enables a new set of combos. Bows with specialized ammo type strips armor off from machines to expose their weak spots. Adhesive grenades can be fired from slingshots, temporarily stalling foes, and many, many more, all of which can be upgraded at a brand new workbench. Guys, I've watched the gameplay reveal. Let me just say, listen, I know you guys call me the PlayStation Sip if it's not already obvious, but this game looks so good. I rewatched it in 4K and it just looks absolutely beautiful. But there's so many things they fixed from the last Horizon Zero Dawn. So for any of you that played the last Horizon Zero Dawn, my biggest thing was her spear combat was garbage. It was trash. It was one of the reasons why I didn't like Horizon Zero Dawn that much. It's because her melee combat, it was just lacking. It felt so like, it just felt so bad. You know, there was no like oomph to it. There was no like, you didn't feel good when you used it. This is why you primarily use the bow. Whereas this game, Aloy got all types of things going on. She's over here activating some new abilities. She's making electrical shocks. She has an actual combo, it looks like, with her spear. And not to mention, she also she does a combination of spear attacks with her bow. Like, it looks like they fix that. And then they fix a lot of the traversing options, right? Now she has a little bit of like a grapple hook mechanic going on where she's just traversing a lot better. So a lot more things that they fix in this game just from the gameplay footage alone. Again, not to mention just how beautiful the game looks. But listen, I know I'm the PlayStation Sim, but I'm just waiting to hear some news on Halo Infinite. You know, I want to see some Nintendo. I want to see some Breath of the Wild 2 news at some point. But to which, on the Breath of the Wild note, let's jump into story number 2, actually. More Nintendo Switch Pro rumors are back out, but this time there's an expected reveal before E3. Now, this comes from Tom Phillips at Eurogamer with some there's some pulls in from also the Bloomsburg report. But I'm going to go ahead and summarize what is being said over at Eurogamer from Tom. Nintendo long-awaited Switch upgrade is expected to be shown ahead of E3 2021, according to a report published by Bloomsburg today and Eurogamer's own sources. I understand this is to ensure third parties working on games which support the upgraded Switch are free to announce these projects over at E3, and before Nintendo's own digital showcase later that week. A pre-E3 airing also allows Nintendo to focus its E3 reveals on its upcoming software lineup, where fans hope to hear updates on the long-awaited Breath of the Wild 2 and long-awaited Metroid Prime 4, which I pray to God, if those games get announced, you will start seeing the Nintendo Sim come out of me, because those are the 2 games for me personally that I'm excited for, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I get excited for another Mario game, but at the same time, I kind of want to get out of Mario a bit and like bring back some like Zelda, bring back some Metroid. Metroid for me is personally above like a lot. That's what I really want to see. So Metroid Prime 4 gets dropped with this new Switch, I'll be there. Bloomberg report states that the new Switch will be released sometime in September or October and will be sold alongside the cheaper Switch Lite in the current Switch model, which they're planning to phase that out over time. Now, again, as this is kind of some old information, but just bringing it back up, the new console is likely to be priced higher than $299. Again, that's US dollars. The Switch maker's response will be to upgrade its flagship console with the 7-inch Samsung display, OLED screen, and faster NVIDIA Corp graphics silicon to make it capable of a 4K output when docked. The only thing I have written down here to kind of like add to this is just like, you know, this is a story that how many times have you guys heard me or just anybody else from 5.9 just talk about the fact that, yo, a Switch Pro is supposed to be coming out. It's supposed to be coming out, right? And then we've seen Nintendo, you've seen Doug Bowser be like, no, we're focusing on games at one point. But I do believe that was maybe at the end of last year or early this year. So I'm sure things change or they don't want to give away the news. But again, we just keep hearing more about it. And I think we'll get it. I have a feeling we're going to get it. Just because I feel like Nintendo hasn't really dropped any big like name drops, right, for any big games. I always look at Breath of the Wild 2. Like that's a game that I think a lot of people that game was shown off already some time ago, and I think that's like the next big game that they could be dropping, right? Metroid Prime 4. That's the other one. I'm glad they mentioned it in the article because it's another one I'm waiting for. But it would be a good time to drop those, right, along with the Switch. And not to mention they did just announce right new Pokemon games. There's a Diamond and Pearl remakes, and then there's also going to be the one that I'm excited for, which is the Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think that's going to be that game. It looks like it would be made for the new Switch Pro. If that's just my opinion, because that game looks like it might struggle on the old Switch because of what they're trying to do with it. But at the same time, that blows my mind that we're even getting that Pokemon game so soon. I think it's like 2 months after the release of the Diamond and Pearl remakes. So I don't know, but I can see that game being a great way to showcase the power of the new Switch. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump down to story number 3. Xbox put out a tweet and said Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase E3 2021. Again, this is just over on Twitter. The exact tweet says, games, world premieres, new titles on Xbox Game Pass. Guys, save the date for Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase. It's pretty clear if you see the graphic that they tease with it, it looks like it's definitely going to be some Halo Infinite, with the bottom of it looking like pretty much just like a planet. It looks like the Starfield. I think we've seen this from Starfield before, but it looks like it's going to be Bethesda Starfield, which would make sense because they're dubbing it, right, the Xbox plus Bethesda Game Showcase. So the big game from both of them coming out for the Xbox E3 showcase. Honestly, I mentioned this before, like I actually just said it before, which I should just wait until this came out. But I'm extremely excited for this. Here's the thing, I'm a PlayStation guy, but like I enjoy a good Nintendo game and I enjoy my good Xbox games. You know, it's just Xbox for me, it's been a while. You know, Halo is typically the one I kind of go forward to, but there's a lot of Xbox games I'm looking forward to. I think for me personally, out of all these big studio acquisitions, I really want to see Avowed. That's a really big one for me. And I want to see, I think it was from Rare's Everwild was another one that looked interesting. But there's tons of games coming out, but for me, it's just like, man, I just want them to release a game, like just release a game this year. So Halo Infinite, I think would be really cool to see. It's Starfield. If anything, Starfield's the other big one that I want to see, because it's weird because I still have in my mind that Bethesda's by themselves, right? They're not exactly part of the whole Xbox thing, but it's so weird to me that they are. You know, Xbox got them. You know, that's Xbox and Bethesda are together now. So when I think of Xbox, I need to start thinking of the Bethesda game. So Starfield is another big one. So if they drop Halo Infinite with Starfield, that would be insane, but I don't think Starfield will drop this year. Xbox has to. Xbox was supposed to be the big one launching with the Xbox last year. So Halo, I think it definitely will be dropping. I can see Starfield not dropping, but let me know down below. Are you guys excited for some Bethesda games? Are you excited for the Halo Infinite when that drops? I think Halo Infinite is doing something different, which is what I like about it. It's supposed to be more of like an open world kind of Halo game. So, and they had the whole grapple hook, and there were some new mechanics they showed off in the old gameplay. It was just those graphics, dog. I don't know what we call that, but I'm sure it's gonna be much better now. Guys, going to our final news story, Xbox Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus, the month of June has been shown. I'm gonna go ahead and just give each description of each game that got announced. We're gonna go ahead and start with Xbox. You're gonna get The King's Bird. In this award-winning artistic title, enjoy a seamless platform adventure with physics-based movement and escape into a world kept secret by a tyrant and discover the truth about your freedom. Available June 1st to June 30th. Now, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, all the best fighters await you with a host of original heroes and unique characters that transcend time. Unleash this tag team versus fighter with all your favorite Neo Geo warriors amassed under one roof. This will be available June 1st to June 15th. Shadows Awakening. Take control of a demon summoned from the Shadow Realm to consume the souls of long dead heroes. With a gripping storyline and challenging gameplay, find out who is in charge. Is it the demon or the souls that it has devoured? That'll be available June 16th to July 15th. And you're gonna get Injustice Gods Among Us from the creators of Mortal Kombat, iconic characters from DC Comics such as Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and more. They're gonna clash together in epic battles with the massive scale and bold original storyline. See what happens when our greatest heroes become our greatest threats. That'll be available June 16th to June 30th as well. That is your Xbox Games with Gold. Jumping into PlayStation Plus for the month of June, we have Operation Tango, which will be the PS5 version only. Team up to save the world in this cooperative spy adventure, challenging you and a friend to join up online to complete dangerous missions across the globe in a high-tech near-future world. Combine skill sets from different points of view, playing either hacker or agent to overcome asymmetrical challenges, working in tandem with your only voice to link you. Teamwork is crucial and communication is key. Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown will also be dropping. Sega's iconic one-on-one battler gets remade for a new generation by Yakuza and Judgment developer Ryuga Gotoku Studio. And if I pronounce that incorrectly, Gotoku Studio, I apologize. This console exclusive debuts on PlayStation Plus, allowing both Virtua Fighter veterans and newcomers to experience the intense martial arts combat, deep strategy, and intricately balanced gameplay of the groundbreaking 3D fighter in stunning HD. New online features like custom tournaments supporting up to 16 players and live spectating. Join classic modes like Rank Match, Arcade, and Virtua Fighter 5's famously robust training to deliver the definitive Virtual Fighter experience. And lastly, you have Star Wars Squadrons. Master the art of starfighter combat and a frenetic multiplayer space dogfights, and learn what it means to be the pilot in a thrilling Star Wars single-player story set after the events of Return of the Jedi and seen from alternating perspectives of two factions. The New Republic fights for freedom, the Empire demands order. Take control of iconic crafts such as the X-Wing, the TIE Fighter, customize loadouts and cosmetics, divert power between weapons, shields, and engines while immersing yourself in the cockpit. You'll have the option to play the entirety of the game in virtual reality over on your PlayStation VR, which is great. I'm glad they're still going ahead and pushing out PlayStation VR games. Guys, that's pretty much it. That is your Xbox Games with Gold and your PlayStation Plus games for the month of June. And that pretty much goes ahead and ends the weekly wrap for this week. So if you guys enjoyed it, do me a favor, go ahead and give this video a like. And don't forget, if you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the 5-9 Gaming channel. Go check out our 5-9 Gaming Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all our links down below. Go check out our website. All the information for 5-9 Gaming will be right there. Again, I'm Lethal One Up. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.